Well, the most unfortunate injury in sports, particularly the NBA, strikes again. Jayson Tatum, following a year where the Celtics win the championship, they go into the playoffs, they have a very rough series against the New York Knicks, and Tatum would end up tearing his Achilles in Game 4, pretty much closing the book for this team. They had no chance going through the rest of the series without their best player. Coming into this year, not a lot was expected for this Boston team. They got rid of Kristaps Porzingis, they got rid of Drew Holiday. A lot of people kind of saw this as a down year for them, hoping to maybe coast through the season, get a decent draft pick, and then bring it back next year, maybe go get another big, and then they can put it all back together for when their superstar comes back. Well, it looks like Jaylen Brown had other plans.
Perfect. A smart decision by Tatum.
Brown, free, three, shut him off. Jaylen Brown this season has been hooping for this team, as we always say. When our guys are hooping, we give them props. Jaylen Brown averaging 29 points a game on 50% from the field and 36% from three. And if you've watched his games, he has been a mid-range assassin. He's been playing such beautiful bully ball in that paint. And oh my God, it was so unexpected coming into this season that he was going to take the kind of leap that he did. A lot of people were doubting on him, saying that he's not efficient enough of a scorer to kind of carry an offensive load. His efficiency is only trending upward, not trending Watford. But so far this season, Boston is 15-9, putting them at third in the East, which is crazy because some people didn't even see this team as a play-in team. I thought this was a play-in team, maybe a very low playoff team if everything went perfectly, and somehow they're still exceeding all of our expectations. So in a time when the city was doubtful, depressed even, about their star player going down, how did Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics decide to turn it all around? What's up, y'all? It's Mason. Ow. How am I old? I literally stretched and I just pulled something in my back, I think. I don't know. Okay, ow. I won't be doing that again. Boston has been one of my favorite teams to keep my eye on this season. They're always one of my top favorite teams to watch, just because obviously when Tatum's there, Jaylen Brown's there. There is that star-studded dynamic, just having those two really good players. As of right now, with Tatum being out, this team always gives you that intrigue on a night-to-night basis because you never know what to expect. But yet Jaylen Brown has shown that he knows exactly what needs to be done to carry this team to victory. And some nights, you know, he's had a couple 40 balls already this season. But when we talk about Jaylen Brown as a scorer, he has always been a pretty solid 3-level scorer. Now, efficiency has never been the true mark to describe him by. He's having one of the most efficient years of his career. He's shooting almost 50% from the field, 36% from three, 79% from the free throw line. You would like to see that go up for him as a guy that's getting to the line 7 times a night. 29 points per game. That is the sole focus of this. He's leading the league in 2-point attempts per game at 15.7 a game. He has been such a good isolation player. If he runs a pick and roll, gets a smaller guard switched onto him, it's obvious that he's going to play that bully ball, get to his spot in the mid-range, and that's also what's made him such an effective playmaker in that same spot as well. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. Jaylen Brown gets a screen from Neemias. Oh, I just butchered Buddy's name. Gets a screen from Neemias Queta. Gets downhill, slowly but surely, starts posting up Jacoby Walter, hits it out to the deep three. Peyton Pritchard, that is cash money, homie. But this play right here, you get Jakob Poeltl and drop coverage on the screen, completely disappears. Jaylen Brown, wide open pull-up three. I'm about to give you one more play, just because this is a JB Glaze video. But as you can see, catches the ball in the wing, pump fake, drives in, strong Donovan Mitchell overhand sweep, pulls up with that little awkward floater type, John, and it goes in. So that's all that matters. Such a physical, gifted scorer, and that's what makes him fun to watch, is because you know he's not afraid to put his shoulder down and get to the rim. Now, don't tell him to put his shoulder down too far, though, or else he might leave some of his hair on you. Offensively, he has been a big reason of why they are currently 4th in offensive rating, 122.6. But the weird thing about it all, they're last in pace, meaning this offense is the slowest in the entire league. A lot of the teams that are lower in pace actually have higher offensive ratings. They are more methodical, taking their time on some of these possessions. You look at a team like Denver being #1 offense, they don't force shots so early in the shot clock. some of them may take a little more time, but because they all have very good playmakers, you look at the Thunder, they're number 4, and it's because they are all able to just swing the rock, find open looks, but also some of them just have unstoppable offensive sets, such as a Shea Isaiah Hartenstein pick and roll, or even such as a Nikola Jokic Jamal Murray handoff. But with Boston, when they do get out in transition, it actually is still very effective. They're a very slow yet methodical transition team. Usually they don't have one guy leaking out, bursting up the floor outside of maybe Josh Minot, but they do have a lot of guys that when they get the rebound are willing to look up the floor, make 2-3 passes, and they get a wide open 3 on the wing or on the corner. And they have a lot of guys who are excellent at this pull up 3 in transition. You got Anthony Simons, you got a Derek White, you got Sam Hauser, and of course, can't forget about PP. That's not what I meant. But you can't forget about Peyton Pritchard. Now, this team defensively has been 17th, which isn't the best at all, but they still have a lot of room to improve. I just don't know exactly how much room they can go upward. The big man problem was real to start the season. They do have a couple guys that you would want to be bigger or just better defenders. Peyton Pritchard isn't the worst defensively. He is so small compared to a lot of guys that he has to match up with. That doesn't help him. Anthony Simons, still not a very great defender, and at times, if those two are on the court together, it can cause a little bit of defensive issues. Luka Garza has been put in so many actions this season from what I've seen. It doesn't help him. He's just kind of a slow-footed big, so that doesn't really help. But Keita has actually been a pretty solid rim protector for this team. I just don't know how much of a ceiling this team can have defensively that far past maybe league average, about 15th in the league. They don't have any crazy wing defenders. Jaylen Brown is obviously good, but he's not going to be on that top end of, like, you don't have an OG Anunoby on this team. You don't have one of those guys that's like you're constantly going to throw at the other team's best player, except for maybe Jordan Walsh. I really like how good the on-ball pressure is. He's got good hands, quick feet, and obviously he's got a big frame. He's 6'6". We saw in the game against the Lakers, while Austin Reeves did end the game with 36 points. The first half was the main story of the game. I mean, Jordan Walsh had him in jail pretty much. For Jordan Walsh to be a third-year player just now getting serious minutes, that's a good sign for this team going forward. Now, we already mentioned Josh Minot a little bit ago, but I have really liked what we've seen from him this season. Very good transition player. Obviously, the guy can jump out the gym like no other, but his 3 ball has been falling as well. He's shooting it at almost 45%. I like him on defense as well. I just think this team needs to kind of piece together the defense a little more. You got Hugo Gonzalez, very good defender as well. Just offensively, you're not getting a lot from him. And that's the problem, is this team has a lot of those guys that they can't really figure out exactly what their role is on both sides of the ball. Some of them have a very distinct role on one side, such as a Jordan Walsh. This team's also kind of just missing that whole gravity situation, as the NBA nerds' favorite word is gravity. Jayson Tatum, whether you like him or not, that man's got gravity. He's got some aura too. When he gets that haircut, he's top 5, like he said. He is a very good driver to the point and playmaker. This team's shooters have been suffering without him there. Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, both 34% three-point shooters on the season. Derek White, in his time in Boston, has been a 38% three-point shooter. Before this season, not including this season, Peyton Pritchard, 40% three-point shooter. They do take a little bit of a hit, just shot quality on some of these looks. They're not getting as many open looks. I do really like how selfless this team is, that when someone's getting hot, especially like Anthony Simons, you know, he's been a very good addition to this team offensively. When he gets hot from outside, they kind of just let him rock out. And especially, he's one of those few guys that does push the floor in transition. He's willing to get up the court. He's willing to take that pull-up 3. And when he's got it going, he's one of those guys that he is scary, because what are you supposed to do? You put a hand up, it doesn't matter. Let's watch Anthony Simons pull-ups. I don't know if this counts, but we'll watch it anyway. He's got Ochai Agbaji on him. Oh my God, getting his bag and step back. It's just tough. It's tough. But I think as the court, but I do have a lot of hope this season going forward. This team is going to be better shooting wise. I mean, they're 37% as a team right now, 10th in the NBA. They do have room to fluctuate upwards or downwards, but I'm hoping for an upward trend. You have a lot of guys on this team that are shooting below what they usually would. Even Sam Hauser's only 36%. But I could see Jaylen Brown hopefully improving as a playmaker as well, just kind of doing the same thing that Jayson Tatum would do. When you are able to provide so much rim pressure, those post post-ups that he does, the strong post-ups, be able to swing it out anywhere, any angle on the court to get it to the corner shooter. Already, I've been pretty impressed with what we've seen so far. If you think about it though, the Celtics, if they play well, then that means they don't get to say that they, you know. And I like that this team is coached by Joe Mazzulla.
What kind of pressure do you have to kind of maximize this opportunity that you have with this group?
Zero, no pressure. We're all going to be dead soon, and it really doesn't matter anymore.
As we've seen, have one of the most unstoppable offensive systems in the NBA. They are so good at generating open threes. They do continue to do that. They make the most threes per game right now in the NBA. They make 16 a game, third in attempts. They also have a lot of guys who are very good movement shooters. Sam Hauser has always been that. Peyton Pritchard has always been that. Derek White shooting 9 threes a game. And I'm just really happy to see that their system has worked so well even without Tatum there. But I don't know, man. The boys in Boston can hoop. As it currently stands though, this Boston team, they are a playoff team. They really are. There are some teams I don't know if they'll finish the season over. I don't know if they'll be better than the Hawks. I don't know if they'll be better than the Cavs. They still could hopefully sit at a 5 or 6 seed in the East, and they could be a solid playoff team. And guess what? If this team is good enough, what if the big JT, the big Deuce, comes back? The league is in trouble. Definitely. Even if Jayson Tatum goes out bad in the playoffs after not playing basketball for who God knows how long, it's not going to matter. That's just extra time to get some of that rust shaken off going into next season. Oh, they pick up a center. Better watch out, buddy. Yeah. What do you guys think of Boston, though? Team's been very fun. Really, really fun. Definitely one of my top NBA League Pass teams to always put on a night-to-night basis. Where do you guys see them finishing in the East? I'm going to say they should be a playoff team. It just depends how sustainable some of this stuff is, but also it depends on what the team's motives are. I don't see them wanting to tank. I just don't see that as a possibility. Also, if they did want to tank, why would you not start off tanking earlier? You guys been happy with the Jaylen Brown leap? I have. It's been fun. I was very high on him going into the season. Personally, I thought people underrated him, what he was able to do as a scorer. Now, I just look like a genius because I'm just like that, I guess. I'm him. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you didn't already. If you don't subscribe, your favorite team is getting swept in the playoffs. Hate to break it to you. I will see you next time, boy.